You know, one of the greatest tragedies in life is that most people walk through it without ever truly recognizing their own worth. We spend years trying to prove ourselves to others, chasing approval, applause, and validation, as if our value can be determined by how many people like us, follow us, or praise us. But here's the truth. Your worth does not come from what you achieve, from how you look, or from the opinions of the crowd. It's intrinsic. It's already there. The moment you came into this world, you had value, and nothing, no failure, no rejection, no loss, can take that away. The problem is, somewhere along the way, we forget this. From the time we are children, we are conditioned to tie our self-worth to performance. If you get good grades, you're smart. If you win the race, you're special. If people compliment you, you're beautiful. And while there's nothing wrong with achieving, what's dangerous is when you start believing that your worth exists only in those moments of success. That's when life becomes an exhausting cycle. Because the moment you stop winning, you feel like you've stopped mattering. When you don't recognize your inherent worth, you start making decisions from a place of fear. Fear of being alone. Fear of being judged. Fear of not being enough. This fear makes you accept less than you deserve. In relationships, in opportunities, in life. You start tolerating disrespect, staying in environments that drain you, saying yes when you desperately want to say no, all because deep down you don't believe you are worthy of more. But when you finally recognize your value, something shifts. You no longer look at yourself through the eyes of others. You start looking inward. You begin to see that your value lies in your humanity, in your ability to feel, to think, to create, to love, and to grow. And the beautiful thing is, the moment you realize this, you stop needing the world to validate you. You validate yourself. It's not arrogance. It's not ego. It's self-respect. There's a quiet confidence that comes from knowing that even if nobody notices you, even if you're not applauded, even if you fail in front of the entire world, you still have worth. That kind of self-assurance is rare, but it's powerful because it makes you unshakable. You see, the world is full of noise. Every billboard, every ad, every post on social media is telling you who you should be, how you should look, what you should have by now. And if you're not grounded in your own worth, you'll start believing them. You'll chase a version of yourself that was never meant to exist. You'll exhaust yourself trying to meet a standard that was never yours in the first place. But when you recognize your worth, you stop chasing and start choosing. You choose what aligns with your values. You choose the people who genuinely care for you. You choose the opportunities that feel right for you, not just the ones that look good on paper. And every choice you make from that place builds a life that is truly yours. And here's the part no one tells you. When you value yourself, you also give permission for others to value themselves. You become an example. You teach people, not through your words, but through the way you carry yourself, that self-worth is not negotiable. And in a world full of people searching for themselves, that is one of the greatest gifts you can give. So the next time you catch yourself doubting your place in the world, I want you to remember this. You are not here to prove your worth. You are here to live it. Would you like me to now do the SEO-friendly description, timestamps, hashtags, and keywords for this speech segment, so it's ready for publishing like your past requests? When you truly value yourself, one of the first transformations you experience is in how you manage your boundaries. Boundaries are not about building walls to keep people out. They are about creating a healthy space that allows you to thrive. Without them, life becomes an open door for anyone to walk in, rearrange your priorities, and drain your energy. And the truth is, if you don't protect your time and emotional space, no one else will. Many people struggle with boundaries because they fear being seen as cold, selfish, or difficult. We live in a culture that often glorifies self-sacrifice, and constant availability, especially in relationships, families, and workplaces. But there is a critical difference between kindness and self-neglect. Saying yes to everyone while silently saying no to yourself is not generosity, it's depletion. Over time, it erodes your self-respect because deep down you know you are allowing your own needs and values to be compromised. Boundaries are an expression of self-worth. When you decide that your peace of mind is not up for negotiation, you start communicating in a way that is firm yet respectful. You become clear about what you will accept and what you won't. This doesn't mean you cut people off at the first sign of disagreement. It means you develop the courage to have honest conversations, to express your limits, and to walk away if those limits are repeatedly ignored. That's not cruelty, that's clarity. Psychologically, healthy boundaries reduce stress and prevent burnout. They give you the mental and emotional space to engage with life from a place of strength rather than survival. Philosophically, they affirm the idea that every human being is responsible for their own happiness, and it is not your job to carry the weight of other people's choices or emotions. You can care deeply about someone without sacrificing your own well-being to keep them comfortable. I know many people worry that setting boundaries will push people away, and sometimes it will. But the people who leave when you start valuing yourself were never truly committed to you. They were committed to the benefits they got from your lack of boundaries. The relationships that remain will be the ones built on mutual respect, not exploitation. And that is worth the discomfort of a few difficult conversations. Boundaries also apply to the commitments you make. Your time is a non-renewable resource. Every yes you give to something meaningless is a no to something that could have been deeply fulfilling. When you learn to pause before agreeing, to check if a request aligns with your values and goals, you are not being difficult. You are being intentional. This discipline creates a life that is not crowded with obligations, but filled with purpose. And perhaps most importantly, boundaries teach people how to treat you. Every time you accept behavior that goes against your values, you are silently telling the world that this is the standard you will tolerate. But when you clearly and consistently enforce your limits, you set a higher standard not just for how others treat you, but for how you treat yourself. The strength to set boundaries comes from knowing, without doubt, that you are worth protecting. Because the moment you compromise your own well-being to keep someone else comfortable, you've already devalued yourself in your own eyes. So remember this, a boundary is not a rejection of others. It is an affirmation of yourself. And when you learn to honor yourself in this way, everything in your life begins to align with the respect you've been showing to your own soul. One of the clearest signs that you value yourself is your willingness to walk away from toxicity. And I want to be very clear, walking away is not about hating someone or wishing them harm. It's about understanding that certain people, environments, and habits are corrosive to your well-being. And no matter how much you love them, they will drain you if you stay. Sometimes the most powerful act of self-respect is not in fighting harder to make it work, but in quietly stepping away to protect your peace. The challenge is that toxicity often hides in plain sight. It's not always loud or dramatic. It can be subtle. A relationship where your voice is consistently dismissed. A friendship where you always give and rarely receive. A workplace that praises loyalty but exploits it. Or even personal habits that chip away at your confidence without you noticing. Over time, these situations condition you to accept less than you deserve. They make you believe that discomfort is normal, that unhappiness is simply part of life. But deep down, you know it's not. There's a psychological weight that comes with staying in toxic spaces. You carry it everywhere into your sleep, your work, your conversations. And it's not just emotional, it affects your physical health too. Chronic stress, anxiety, and fatigue are often the body's way of telling you, This environment is not safe for you, but many people ignore those signs because they fear change. They tell themselves it's not that bad or maybe it will get better. Yet every day you stay, you reinforce the belief that your well-being is negotiable. Walking away is hard because it often means breaking attachments. We get used to people even when they hurt us. We become comfortable with familiar pain because the unknown feels scarier. But here's the truth. When you walk away from toxicity, you're not just leaving something behind. You're making space for something better. You can't invite peace, joy, and respect into your life while clinging to situations that contradict them. And walking away doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you start caring for yourself too. You can wish someone the best from a distance. You can forgive without returning to the same patterns. In fact, sometimes the healthiest love you can give, both to yourself and to the other person, is the space to grow separately. Philosophically, this is about alignment. You cannot live a life of dignity while